Okay, let's create the set. First thing is, let's make sure that we save it correctly. I already saved it, but because you don't want to edit the original track, you want to save a live set as, and usually it would be here in worship, and then whatever song you pulled up, it'd be, let's say, because Christ, it'd be this actual file of that song. But we don't want to edit that song. We want it to stay just the way it is. So we will go to Sunday sets, and here are all the Sunday sets. And this is, I do the year first because I think it's easier to find, so we don't mix up the Januaries. So it's the year 2023, January 22nd. This one is March 12th. And you want to save it like that. And then up here, obviously, you'll see it's saved that way. Okay, so now let's create the set for this week. So the first thing is, this is Amazing Grace, Firm Foundation, Spiritual Connection, and then the song Raise Hallelujah. So if there's somebody opening and talking, usually that'll be 30 seconds, which is right here. So we're going to scoot all this whole beginning to start at 30 seconds. And I mess with this a little bit depending on what all I want in the intro, if part of this intro should be before the 30 seconds starts. But I try as close as possible to get the beginning of the song to start right at 30 seconds. So the way to do that is to start in this top corner, click, so it's highlighted, shift and over just to get some, I always do that so I can make sure I know that it's been highlighted. Then I'm going to go up here to the top, go to the very bottom, so I know I have all of it, and I can shift and hold. But I also want to do the tempo as well to make sure I have everything. So if I hold down shift and I highlight and I click down here, it's going to highlight everything, the entire screen with all the tempos. Because when I shift it over, I want the tempos to shift as well. Okay. So now, sometimes it's easier if you zoom in a little bit. You can click anything, because once you drag one thing, you drag everything. And I'm going to scoot it back. "25 seconds. It's a big file, so it takes a long time. I want to make sure that the tempos are still lined up. There you go. They dragged as well. Boom, lined up. Okay, so that's good. You can see that there are darker and lighter grays, which kind of help you see where the beginnings and endings of a 4-bar phrase are. So you can see it ends, or it starts right here. So I'm actually going to, what I would usually do is have the beginning of the verse start right on that. So sometimes they're a little before that, but just for the sake of the video, I'm going to scoot this over so you can see. So the beginning of it is right on that. So
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. That is the, yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
In fact, I'll go ahead and fix it. Okay, so right here is where I want 30 seconds to start. If you click in this area, it'll just start.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's close enough, right? Doesn't need to be perfect, but just to give an idea. All right. Before here, I'll add the pad, and this is the area where the band will kind of just vamp to make sure we're set up to start correctly. So next video, we'll add the pad.